What's going on, guys? We are here with your NFL picks for Divisional Round playoffs. Second game on the slate on Saturday. 49ers at Packers. In this video, we are going to talk about how these two teams got here. We're going to take a look at the spread, the over-under, and some player props. And I will say, before we get into it, none of these plays shared or suggested in this video are official VIP picks. Those will be posted on Saturday over at cosports.com. So be sure to get over there on Saturday, check them out. And I will also say that I won't guarantee that some of the information shared with you today won't be used as part of those picks because I've got some good stuff. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get right into it. Let's take a look at how the 49ers got here. So they finished the regular season at 10-7, and then they went on the road and beat the Cowboys last week in what was a pretty easy game where the Cowboys made it close at the end, but San Francisco had that game in control. They have now won 8 of their last 10 games, and they did have leads in the second half in those 2 games that they lost. So going on the road, historic Lambeau Field. The Packers rolled all season after that season opener where they lost in a beatdown 38-3 against the Saints. Everyone wrote them off, didn't think they were going to do anything all year, and now here they are as one of, if not the best team in the league, best record, but we'll see if they're really the best team. You got to prove it when it counts. So they did proceed to follow up that loss in the first game of the season by going on a 13-2 run, with one of those losses coming with Aaron Rodgers not playing. They did kind of pull the starters out in the last game of the regular season, so they took their 4th loss. So the 2 losses down the stretch came against the Chiefs without Rodgers and by 3 to the Vikings in a close game. Aaron Rodgers is at the top of the MVP favorites list. He is also the favorite to win the Super Bowl MVP, which I think anyone who bets on that before the couple weeks out is crazy. But think about it. If you bet on someone that doesn't make the game, no action, I think. I don't know. Have to check that one. Never really considered it, but I'll have to look into that for you guys. So taking a look back at the regular season matchup, the Packers won 30-28. The Packers did jump out to a 17-0 early lead in that game before the 49ers bounced back and kept it close right into the finish. And when I say right into the finish, I mean it. 49ers had a 1-point lead with 37 seconds left. Packers got the ball back. Rodgers down the field. Game-winning field goal as time expired for the Packers to win 30-28 in a high-scoring game. Spread is set at 5.5 this week. Green Bay went 12-5 against the spread in the regular season, which was one of the best marks in the league. San Francisco 9-8 against the spread in the regular season, and then they obviously went into Dallas as an underdog and won outright last week. Over-under is set at 47. Another one interesting play here that you could tease it down to 41. Green Bay went 8-9 against the over-under point total this season, and San Francisco went 8-10 against the over-under point total this season. Both have really good defenses. Packers averaged 26 points per game and allowed 21 points per game. 49ers averaged 25 points per game and allowed 21 points per game. On to the player props, starting with the passing props. Jimmy Garoppolo, line is set at 243.5. He went 8-7 against this number this season. He did throw for 172 last week, so way under. But in the regular season matchup against the Packers, he threw the ball 40 times, which was top 3 in passing attempts for him on the regular season. And he came up with a total of 257 yards against the Packers in that game. Green Bay has the 9th ranked passing defense. On to Mr. MVP himself, Aaron Rodgers. 265.5 is where his line is set as of Thursday afternoon. Rodgers went 8-8 against this number this season, so you could say it is perfectly set. He threw for 261 in the regular season matchup against the 49ers, and the 49ers have really come a long way. They have the 6th ranked passing defense. Rushing props, Elijah Mitchell. This guy has been on absolute fire down the stretch. He's been a workhorse. He carried the ball 27 times for 96 yards and a touchdown against the Cowboys last week. He has covered 77.5, gone over in 5 of his last 6 games overall. Packers ranked number 12 against the run, but we all know that stopping the run has been a problem for the Packers in the past at times. So might be one that you want to take a look at this week. Onto the Packers side of the ball, Aaron Jones' number is set at 50.5. He went over 52.5 in 3 straight games to end the regular season. That line actually adjusted while I was doing this article. That's why I went from 50.5 to 52.5. Either way, go on the high number, 52.5. He has gone over 3 straight games to end the regular season, and he ran for 82 yards and a tutty on 19 carries in the regular season matchup against the 49ers. 49ers, 6th ranked run defense, so careful what you get involved in there. On to receiving, and I'm sure everyone will probably be all over this guy, but Davante Adams has been an absolute beast. Down the stretch, he went for 100-plus yards in 5 of his last 6 full season, regular season games. Line is set at 91.5. If you look back to the first matchup between these two earlier this season, he had 12 catches on 18 targets for 132 yards and a touchdown. So really, Davante over, Davante over, Davante over, Davante over. All smart bets. No further comments on Davante there. Deebo Samuel, line is set at 54.5 receiving yards. Deebo went under last week, and he did go over. Sorry, he went under last week, but he went over in 4 straight games to finish the regular season. Looking back at the first matchup against the Packers, he had 5 catches for 52 yards. Anytime touchdown scorer props. Oh, I thought I had no further comments about Davante, but here we are. Davante, minus 140. Book it now before the line changes. He scored in 5 of his final 6 full games of the regular season. And he also scored in that first matchup against the Niners. So really like Davante to get in. Not going to lie, that's probably going to be on our VIP picks list. We hit that down the stretch, and we will continue to hit it because it makes financial sense. On to another guy who has found the end zone a lot as of late, Deebo. We hit him last week. He's once again listed great odds, minus 110. He scored a touchdown in 8 of his last 9 games. Dog's name ain't Deebo. That's Mookie. But here we are. We cashed in on him last week, and I think it makes sense to cash in on Deebo finding the end zone again this week. Aaron Jones, minus 110. He scored against the Niners in the regular season, but he did only have 4 total touchdowns, so I don't know if you really want to go after that one. Back to Elijah Mitchell. He's listed at plus 115 to get in the end zone. He has scored in 4 of his last 5 games, and he actually didn't play in that first game against the Packers earlier this season. As for my long shot on this game, I know I've been throwing around long shots just for fun. Aaron Rodgers, plus 500. He did have a rushing touchdown in the divisional round last year. The 49ers have a really stout run defense, so I could see a potential situation here where it's a goal-to-go situation inside the 4 or 2 yard line, and Rodgers goes with the sneak and gets in. Plus 500, imagine. So that's all we got for this game. We will be back tomorrow with 2 more videos. We have 2. I think the games on Saturday are going to be great, but getting into Sunday, we have the Rams and Bucks. Should be a phenomenal game. And then topping that off will be Bills at Chiefs. So we will be back with the betting previews for those 2 games tomorrow. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Really trying to grow the YouTube in 2022. Feel like it's beneficial for all of you guys, and the more likes and subscribers I get, the more free picks that means for you. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions this weekend, reach out on Twitter, Instagram at KOF Sports. Let's get it. Playoff football.